All right, so one thing that I keep hearing from people who felt Andre Ward beat Sergey Kovalev is that Kovalev-Ward was a close competitive fight that could have went either way. And that's fine if you feel that way, but my response to it, and why a lot of people feel that the decision was shady, is because in a close competitive fight that could go either way, you don't have two judges score 6 straight rounds for the challenger, and one judge scores 7 straight rounds for the challenger. When you're supposed to give the benefit of the doubt in close rounds to the champion, who's not only coming in with one title, but multiple unified titles. So I wanted to do a little experiment here, called a film study, a live reaction video, whatever, but I'm going to play one round here, the 10th round. This is a round that most of the people on press row, along with myself, felt Kovalev clearly controlled. Most fans thought Sergey Kovalev won this round. Yet, all three judges scored this round for Andre Ward. And, you know, I've talked about establishment. The American boxing establishment. That's the Nevada State Athletic Commission. All three of these judges are pretty much ingrained in that system, deeply ingrained in that system. It's a very insular network there, the Nevada State Athletic Commission. And they tend to go a lot of times with house fighters. And I felt that was the situation here. That's how a lot of people feel. But I'm going to go ahead and put this 10th round up, like right here in a little box for you guys. And I'm going to watch it down below me right now on my laptop. Let's watch this round together, and let's see who wins this round. And I challenge anybody watching this that thought Andre Ward won, even if you felt Sergey Kovalev won, and you scored this round for Andre Ward, I want to know how. So let's go ahead and start this. All right, both guys coming out the corners. You notice I took the sound off because I don't want to hear HBO's commentary. All right, blocked punches, nothing landed there. Nothing landed there from either man. More grappling and mauling. All right, one punch landed by Kovalev. One jab right there that landed. Two punches landed by Kovalev. Two jabs. That one missed. Three jabs landed by Kovalev. That one missed or was blocked. Ward might have got a shot in there. It's hard to tell. If he did, it didn't do anything. We'll go ahead and give him credit for a shot right there. Nothing landed, nothing landed. Crowd's going nuts, though. I can tell you anytime Ward did anything, even if it missed or was blocked, the crowd went nuts. Sergey landed a little ticky-tack jab right there, nothing to it. That didn't land. Just a bunch of feinting here. Nothing landed. Andre Ward got a shot in right there. He got a jab in right there. Crowd's going nuts. Kovalev got a jab in right there. That missed. Jab in right there. It wasn't much to it. Both guys landed jabs right there. Another jab for Kovalev. Missed that right hand. Andre got a jab to the body right there. Kovalev got another jab that backed Andre Ward up. Both guys landed something there, not much to it. That didn't land from Ward. More feinting. Another little jab from Sergey, didn't have much to it. Not really that big of a scoring blow. Those were blocked. Crowd's going nuts, but Sergey Kovalev had his right hand up on that left hook that Andre Ward threw. That did not score. Nothing there. Couple little low blow love taps from Ward, nothing to it. Little slaps from Sergey, nothing to it. Both guys landed right there. Kovalev landed again with a jab. Not big jabs, but they landed. Nice jab right there from Ward. Good crisp jab. No one's landing here. That's an illegal blow to the back. That's not a scoring blow from Ward. Good jab right there from Kovalev. Visibly backed up Andre Ward. Just backed into the ropes. He did not like that jab. Little showboating there from Ward, and he got completely punked by Sergey Kovalev. I thought that punch right there, followed up with a nice jab and left hook right there. That jab from Andre Ward missed. He just pulled down on Sergey's head and threw another punch to the back. That's not a scoring blow. Right hand there that didn't land. I thought Ward slipped that shot, but the effective aggression backed Ward up. He did nothing for the rest of that round. Round is over, and HBO goes to a shot of Andre Ward's mother, of course, to keep promoting him. Okay, so that's the end of that round. Now, I didn't count punch numbers out loud, but I thought throughout that round, Sergey Kovalev was the aggressor. He did the better work on the outside and on the inside. The two little love tap body blows that Andre Ward landed were to the back. They were not scoring blows. The battle of the jab, both guys landed some nice crisp jabs, but Kovalev landed more. Neither guy really landed a right hand. Sergey probably got one in there, but it wasn't big. And then the moment of the round to me is when Andre Ward tried to, do the bolo punch and got punked. And the crowd was completely silent for the most part. The HBO commentators, I think Max Kellerman actually, who's the biggest hardcore Andre Ward guy on planet Earth, he talked about that moment, that bolo punch where Ward got punked. I thought that was the moment of the round. That clearly took it for Sergey. But his punches backed Ward up several times into the ropes. And even though some of them landed down the stretch, he was moving forward, Ward was moving backward. CompuBox had Sergey Kovalev landing 21 of 58 total punches, Andre Ward 16 of 35. What's interesting, Andre Ward only threw 35 punches, but this was one of his most active rounds. I think the 12th round was his most active round where he threw 42 punches. But other than that, this was one of his more active rounds in the fight. He only averaged throwing 28 punches a round. These are light heavyweights. These are not heavyweights. You should be throwing 40, 50 punches a round or more. Sergey Kovalev, 11 of 33 with the jab. Andre Ward, 9 of 23. So you guys talk about the battle of the jab. I thought Sergey Kovalev clearly out-jabbed, out-boxed Andre Ward in that round, simply off the jab. But if you're looking at power punches, Sergey 10 of 25, Andre Ward 7 of 12. He threw 12 power punches in that round. And as I mentioned, a couple of them were illegal. They were to the back of Sergey Kovalev. They were not scoring blows. So CompuBox counted those body shots, but they shouldn't have counted. What I thought was interesting is, during this round, the HBO commentators were really split, and they had taken sides. Harold Lederman and Jim Lampley seemed to be favoring Sergey Kovalev at that moment in the fight, at that point in the fight. They thought he was clearly ahead, and Andre Ward needed to not only sweep all the late rounds, but probably score a knockdown to win. In fact, Jim Lampley mentioned that Virgil Hunter had been saying in the corner, Andre, you have to win the rest of the rounds. You have to win the rest of the rounds. Whereas Max Kellerman and Roy Jones were favoring Andre Ward in that round, or at least they were arguing with the other two guys. At the end of the round, Jim Lampley said, and I quote, if Ward needed to win every round, he may have just lost one that he couldn't have lost. Okay? So I wanted to show just this one round because all three establishment judges gave that round for the establishment fighter. Now that was a close competitive round, but that was not a round that could have gone either way. I challenge all of you out there who are having a field day with this thing and think that it's ridiculous that people are upset with this decision. I challenge all of you. Just played that round. You show me where Andre Ward should have took that round. Again, he's the challenger. Where he should have took that round on all three judges' scorecards. If this was a close competitive fight that should have went either way. And watch the crowd reaction that you can see behind in that clip. And you see people clapping and cheering and oohing and awing every time Andre Ward did something, even though a lot of his best work was either blocked or it was punches that were partially slipped or blocked, or they were just not scoring blows. Yet, there was no reaction, absolutely no reaction, when Sergey Kovalev punked the hell out of Andre Ward. This is just one round in the 12-round fight, guys. Just to give you an example of why people feel an injustice was done here. In a fight of this magnitude, where people, casual fans were watching, this was billed as pound for pound, we should not see judging like this. You should not see one guy, the challenger, winning over half of the fight, the rounds in a row. But go ahead, let me know how you guys scored this round. Let me know how you scored the rest of the fight. Let's get this conversation going. It ain't going away anytime soon, guys. People are going to be talking about this one for a long time.